My family, hi, welcome to another new Truth and Love the Church with your brother Joseph. I remember sharing a lot of videos with you which have to do with prophecies that were released. I believe that was late 2024 from various servants of God who were actually warning us of, a coming pandemic and the like. And from the news, we've been hearing things like this.
California is now the first state to be under a state of emergency over the rising cases of bird flu. More than half of the 61 human cases nationwide have been in California, with most of them in farm workers exposed to infected cattle. Today, we learned about the first severe case of bird flu in the U.S. It's a Louisiana patient who was hospitalized after being exposed to sick, dead birds. Health officials say so far the virus hasn't been spread from person to person.
CDC right now is not reporting influenza data through the WHO global platforms, FluNet, FluID, that they've been providing information for many, many years. And we have not had direct communication with CDC related to influenza. We are communicating with them, but we haven't heard anything back. The communication from CDC stopped around the 24th of January. But up until that, I want to be really clear, there are incredible scientists at US CDC and across US institutions, as well as the institutions in all of the member states that we work with. We hope that this exchange resumes soon.
And during yesterday's live service, Prophet Angel actually released a prophetic word where he said this.
It is just a sign that we now have restricted access to the places that we all have open access to. But imagine that day comes, and it's coming. All right? Do you know this bird flu that they... Yes. Do you know how you get bird flu scientifically? That means if you inhale the feathers of an infected bird, when will you do that? And the droppings of a chicken, really take them, crush them and go. That's when you can get bird flu. But that will not stop them. Maybe you did not hear what I just said. Did you even hear anything? That won't stop them from saying it's spreading. Yes, scientifically it's an impossibility. But it until it's now in you. And then they'll tell you it's happening. And listen to me carefully. I'm telling you. Breathe it in nicely. Take the feathers in your lungs. What will you be doing with that chicken? You need to be arrested. But guess what? Now when they realize that so many people are catching on to the lie, they say it's coming from birds. When are you going to meet a bird? But it doesn't matter. The lies have to go. And since the lies have to go, they will come back with the lockdown. They will. It will start with just one town. We have done this, another town. Right now, they've said now it's a definite thing. It's coming. And they even say they don't know what it is. But it's coming. I don't know if you understand. Are you getting it? See there. All right. But they will try better things. But that doesn't stop us from knowing exactly where they are going. That's why we have a good news city. All right? And in all these nations, we're still going to have small ones. This is the capital city of the good news world. That means we're still going to have another one in this town, another one in this country, another one in this country, another one in this country. So that if the plane doesn't allow you to fly, you know exactly where to walk to. Okay? So these things have to be prepared way in advance, and we have now gotten a point where we now by April will be able to house at least 400 people in the Good News City. Now, we're not trying to get to 1,000 people. We're trying to get thousands and thousands. That's why we are purchasing more land and more land. And every day we get to be offered more land. And we are buying like nothing. All right? And also our team here and another team in India and also in Estonia, they are creating you remember we used to have Atomgram? Yes, so we now have something called Apple Chat. Custard Apple Chat. So that Apple Chat, yeah, some of us, we're already using it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we are in the testing phase. You can post, you can do this, and you can call, you can video call. We're already video calling each other now in the team that is actually think we're about 20 of our members who are actually on it right now. And now we are doing the graphical user interface so that it looks the part. But the functionality is there. We can even video call each other right this minute. It's on my phone and we're video calling each other now. When we test it and test it and test it, that's a community. All right? That's a community. You don't need to be paying airtime to call your brother. It's there. You just go on a call. And that's it. All right? No more crying. And we post whatever we post there. Any information, you find it there. These things become... See, every time we post something that is real, like what I've just said right now, if it's found on YouTube, they will delete our account. Why? Because they say, oh, that's a lie. It is real. So we don't want that. We want to create our own systems, our own social media, where we dispense the truth as it is. And nobody will be like, why did you put this? We don't like it. We are sponsored by the government to block you. We're not. We're going to disseminate every truth. We will tell you in advance what's going to happen, and you will take it. All right.
So that's very serious, my family. And we also had the man of God, Pastor Chris, saying this.
So as you pray that they would come to the knowledge of the truth, that they will not be deceived. Pray against deception in the nations. Pray against deception.
So we really need to pray, my family, and to actually take heed of these prophetic words that we are actually, sharing with you and hearing. Because the people that we are dealing with,
they have no value for human lives. And people who can sit in their office to tell you that the world billions, and they think they're talking about animals. I hope you understand what that means.
And in light of this, Pastor Chris actually has a serious warning for those, especially Christians, who work in these media houses which disseminate some of this information.
You work in a media house that is used for deceptions. Resign. This 2025 is going to be very different from the work you did in 2020 and 2021, where you were paid to lie. This is going to be different. So if you belong in those fake news organizations, get out. Get out of them. It's time. Have a conscience and get out. And refuse to be paid to lie. It's not a good job.
So that's what we had for you, my family. So you tell me what you think about this in the comments below. And please take heed of these prophetic words that we are sharing with you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. God bless you.